Knowing how the weather will affect where you are or where you're going with pinpoint accuracy down to the minute, that's what News 6 can do for you. I'm meteorologist Jonathan Kegist on News 6.
Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG. We're getting results in your neighborhood now at 11 p.m.
Now at 11, stabbed over a tip, a delivery driver accused of seeking revenge on a customer. A closer look at her charges. Plus,
we're celebrating Hanukkah for the 39th time in this community.
In a rare occurrence, the first night of Hanukkah falls on Christmas Day. We're at a menorah lighting in Orlando. Michelle?
And overnight temperatures fall into the 50s and 60s across Central Florida, but check out tomorrow's highs. We're back in the 70s. Now things change as we head into the weekend, and I'm talking about rain. Of course, we'll talk about it coming up in a bit.
But first, shots fired by law enforcement on Christmas morning, leaving a man injured and a community shaken up.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting something like that to happen during Christmas Day.
Altamont Springs police say the man was shot after pointing a gun at his wife. Thank you for joining us. I'm Molly Reed. Matt and Ginger are off tonight. We first broke this story during News 6 at 6. It happened on Florida Boulevard. That's in a neighborhood just off Altamont Drive near the Altamont Mall. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez was there and spoke with the man who heard the gunshots. A person is spending the holiday in the hospital after investigators say they were stabbed by a pizza delivery driver. This happened Sunday in Kissimmee. The Osceola County Sheriff says 22-year-old Brianna Alvello delivered pizza to the Riviera Motel on Earlo Bronson Memorial Highway. But she was upset about the tip, so they say she returned later in the day with a knife. Investigators say the victim was rushed to the hospital with multiple stab wounds, and detectives say things were also taken from their room. Alvello was arrested Monday night at a Marco's Pizza. We reached out to the restaurant. They say the local owner and his team are fully cooperating with local authorities who have launched an investigation. Now, Alvello is facing a long list of charges, including attempted murder, home invasion, kidnapping, and aggravated assault. She's being held on no bond. The Osceola Sheriff says a man with a gun was also with Alvello during the stabbing. If you can help investigators identify him, call Crime Line at the number on your screen. It's 800-423-8477. All right, meteorologist Michelle Morgan getting ready to join us now. And Michelle, it was not a white Christmas today, thankfully, here in Florida, which is probably not shocking to anybody.
No, not at all. I was just checking on what our high was today, and it felt a little bit cooler than normal because it was. We saw a high of 69 here in Orlando. Normally, we're supposed to be at 73, and it was because of the cloud cover that was hanging over us. Really didn't see measurable rain today. We saw a pretty dry Christmas, but all in all, I think it was a pretty nice day across Central Florida. So it is breezy out there as you take a look at your winds and your wind gusts. Generally out of the north here between 5 to even 15 miles per hour sustained, with stronger wind gusts up to 18 miles per hour in Leesburg, 14 miles per hour out in Claremont and Kissimmee, and 14 miles per hour in Cocoa Beach. And we're still looking at a high rip current risk. Temperatures are in the 60s and 50s. Tomorrow will be a mild and nice day, but then rain chances bump up heading into the weekend. Of course, we'll break it all down coming up in my full forecast.
Well, for the first time since 2005, the first night of Hanukkah and Christmas are on the same day. News 6 was there tonight for a very special menorah lighting ceremony. This was in Winter Park Central Park. The celebration was put on by the Chabad of Greater Orlando, whose headquarters in Maitland actually suffered a bad fire back in September. There was some bad damage, but no one was hurt, and it didn't stop them from carrying out this meaningful tradition tonight.
The point of the menorah lighting is to have literally the menorah lit in public, which means to light the darkness of the world. That's really the key of Hanukkah, is that every human being in the world can be a lamplighter, could be an instrument to bring goodness, kindness, and light to the world around them. And if everyone did that a little bit, the world would be a brighter and better place.
Now, there are 8 days of Hanukkah, so tonight's menorah lighting in Winter Park was just the start. There are several other events planned. The largest one is the Orlando Magic's Jewish Heritage Night. It's happening Sunday as the team takes on the Brooklyn Nets at the Kia Center. Meantime, men spending their first Christmas outside of prison received a warm dinner and gifts thanks to a very special Orlando organization. Twofold Help Ministries operates 2 transitional homes in the Pine Hills neighborhood. It is an important resource for men recently released from prison or those dealing with drug abuse who just want a second chance. Thanks to generous donations from the community, Twofold Help Ministries was able to host its very first Christmas for the men in their re-entry program.
We did the same thing at Thanksgiving time, and we promised the guys we'd be able to do it for them again here at Christmas. And we solicited donations, and then we had an outpouring of support. So we were able to provide a beautiful Christmas for them. Everyone, we asked them to give us 3 things that they wanted, and the things they requested is just amazing. They didn't go overboard and ask for outrageous things. They asked for things like socks, shirts, shavers, watches. I mean, just basic things that we take for granted. So, and we were able to, with the donations that we received, give each of them everything on their list.
And you can learn more about the organization, including how to donate, at twofoldhelpministries.org. When the Harmon family in Poinciana sent us this picture of their home all decorated for Christmas, we had to go out and check it out for ourselves. News 6 photojournalist Charles Holmes met with the family behind this festive front yard. Well, after the holiday shopping rush comes the race to return those unwanted gifts. We're revealing the retailers with the best and worst return policies. Plus, spending the holidays in orbit, the message from the astronauts spending Christmas in outer space. And the Mega Millions jackpot swells after no one won on Christmas Eve. A closer look at how much money is up for grabs now. You're watching News 6 at 11, live on a Wednesday night, getting results for Heathrow, Windermere, and all of Central Florida.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Rubenstein Law.
It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight we have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $124.1 million. So get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 30. Followed by the number 26. Tonight, we're going to meet Ruth Christensen Jones, who won $150,000 playing Powerball. Congratulations, Ruth. Now for the rest of those numbers, we've got 15, 35, rounding it out with 27. Your Powerball number tonight, good luck, everyone, is 3. And your Power Play multiplier is 3. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Saturday night. Good night, everyone.
No matter what's happening where you live, trust Sky 6 to get you the bigger picture. Exclusively sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
Well, after the holiday shopping rush comes the race to return those unwanted gifts. Millions are expected to head to customer service the day after Christmas. While some stores will let you return anything, even without a receipt, others have time limits and restocking fees. In today's Consumer Reports, News 6 anchor and insider guide Crystal Moyer reveals the retailers with the best and worst return policies. And don't be surprised if you're asked to show your ID when trying to make a return. Some chains, including Best Buy and Home Depot, use systems to detect abuse. For the full list of return policies from your favorite stores, just head to clickorlando.com/insider.
So from all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas.
A very special message from some of the astronauts on the ISS. Among the astronauts sending a message of Christmas cheer, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore. Williams and Wilmore are likely very familiar to you. The Boeing Starliner astronauts have been up in space since June on a mission that was only supposed to be about a week, but they aren't letting that dampen their Christmas spirit. They could now be on the ISS, though, until late March or early April, when the SpaceX Dragon capsule will be ready to bring them home. The Mega Millions jackpot has swelled to $1.15 billion. No tickets sold for the $1 billion Christmas Eve jackpot matched all 5 white balls plus the gold mega ball. We caught up with some people before last night's drawing, and they had some pretty big plans for the money.
Fun stuff like a yacht.
A few yachts, yeah, maybe a private jet, a PJ. That'd be fun. Yeah, but honestly, more like giving back to everybody, you know, especially during this time for people who don't have as much things that, you know, we have, you know, so it's time for us to be grateful.
I'd like to start my own business, probably.
What about you?
Some property and a bunch of rescue animals, and then I'd give away half.
You could get a lot of animals with $1 billion.
Yeah, if I win the lottery, there'll be signs.
Again, since no one matched all 5 white balls plus the gold mega ball in last night's drawing, the jackpot has now grown to $1.15 billion. The next drawing is Friday, December 27th, and you can watch it live right here before News 6 at 11. I love Michelle how she said there will be signs if I win. I'd say the same. You wouldn't see me, I'd be on a boat.
See me. Like, what happened to Michelle?
Exactly. Well, it sounds like maybe tomorrow might be good weather to enjoy a yacht. If you're that lucky to have one.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, we're looking at mild weather continuing as we go through tomorrow, but tonight not awful. Clouds will remain stubborn in a few locations, but as we take a live look outside here in downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando camera delivering hope, we're at 61 degrees. Winds out of the north-northeast at 6 miles per hour, and it's pleasant. It's mild out there for the most part, but for today we saw a high of 69 degrees. Normally we're supposed to be at 73, so we were a few degrees below that due to the clouds remaining across central Florida. Now, right now, temperatures are at 57 in Claremont and Leesburg as we head to Kissimmee at 61, 57 in Ocala, as well as Daytona Beach, 61 in Titusville, and 63 degrees in Melbourne. And it's also breezy, especially stronger winds confined along our coastal areas. We are getting wind gust readings of 18 miles per hour in Cape Canaveral, as well as Cocoa Beach, 16 miles per hour in Daytona, and dealing with gusty winds over our inland spots, 13 mile per hour wind gust in Claremont and 19 miles per hour in Wildwood. Now, winds will remain gusty as we go through the overnight hours, and that will keep the rip current risk dangerous, rough surf as we go through that time frame. Tonight, it will be chilly in a few locations as we head over to Marion County. Overnight lows at 53 in Ocala, 53 in the Villages and Wildwood, 56 in Claremont, 58 in Kissimmee, and 62 degrees in Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, as well as Melbourne. And normally we're supposed to be in the lower 50s, so we will be above that. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for tomorrow.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency? You ought to call Strata.
We'll be waking up to some cloud cover, temperatures in the 50s. We're in the upper 60s by 10. We'll begin to see those clouds gradually clear on out, and that's going to warm us up. The sunshine will warm us up into the upper 70s tomorrow afternoon and staying slightly breezy in a few locations. As you look at your forecast highs here in Claremont, a high of 76, as well as Sanford, 75 in Titusville and Cocoa Beach, and 72 in Daytona Beach. Now, clouds and rain forecast as we go through tomorrow. We'll continue to see those clouds thin out. Even heading into tomorrow afternoon looks nice. We'll see a few clouds here and there, particularly over the I-4 corridor, as well as Osceola, Brevard County, and Orange County. And then heading into Thursday night, we'll begin to see those clouds thicken right back up. I do want to talk about this weekend here. There's a cold front that is expected to move through on Sunday. Saturday is fine, but this cold front will move through, and that is going to increase our rain chances. Right now, we are looking at that time frame during the afternoon hours around 4, 5, even 6 o'clock here. Pockets of heavy rain certainly possible, and we could see a few isolated strong thunderstorms. So just keep that in mind for Sunday if you have any plans. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, getting you results. 78 tomorrow, as well as Friday, 80 on Saturday, a 50% chance for rain and storms with a high of 79.
All right, here's tonight's winning Powerball numbers: 30, 26, 15, 35, 27, and the Powerball is 3. Here are tonight's Florida lottery numbers: pick 2, 6, 3, pick 3, 9, 1, 3, pick 4, 1, 4, 4, 0, pick 5, 9, 9, 3, 8, 6, and the Fireball is 1. And cash for life: 11, 17, 26, 52, 53. The cash ball is 4. Good luck. All right, sports director Jamie Say is here. Big Christmas day for some NFL teams.
Absolutely, Molly. The Chiefs celebrate the holiday with their 15th win of the season, while the Ravens deck the halls with rushing yards in Houston. The highlights on the way. Plus, NBA's Christmas games don't disappoint. Steph Curry was doing Steph Curry things against LeBron James and the Lakers. Wait till you see the finish to this game. Sports is next.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Freedom Health Medicare Advantage plans.
Good evening. It's your Wednesday, December 25th. Lotto with double play and Fantasy 5 games. Hello, I'm Randy Trainer. Nice Florida Lotto jackpot is worth $36.25 million. Here come your winning numbers. Start things off at 45. Next up, 30, followed by 50, 34, 40, and your final number tonight is going to be 41. And we got another great chance for you to win with our Florida Lotto double play. Here are those winning numbers: 13, 43, 29, 49, 2, and 3. Now let's play Fantasy 5. Where you can win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Tonight's winning Fantasy 5 numbers: 20, 31, 16, 17. Round things out with the number 5. Good luck, everyone. Let's take a look at tonight's winning numbers. And thank you for playing the Florida Lottery and doing good for education. It's good fun.
The people who walk through the door in need are our neighbors.
This takes an entire community and all the volunteers who have come out here today.
You are a huge blessing. Thank you.
It shows that Central Florida is a community that supports its own.
And thank you for being so generous as a community.
Welcome back to News 6. The NFL's 2 Christmas Day games today featured 4 teams bound for the playoffs: the Ravens, the Texans, Chiefs, and Steelers. Now, 2 of those teams set themselves apart. And we'll be right back.
News 6 hit the road to East Orlando and asked you to tell us your concerns about your community. You said this dangerous abandoned mobile home park was a neighborhood hazard.
It looks like, a bomb or a hurricane just went through there.
So we got to work, investigated, and got results. Now it's being torn down. Meeting you and helping make positive change in the community is why News 6 is hitting the road. How can we help you? Go to clickorlando.com/hitstheroad now and let us know.
Alrighty, well, the weather was nice today for Christmas.
It was.
It's going to be mild tomorrow, and then we are looking at some changes as we head into the weekend. Some rain Sunday, but New Year's Eve looks fantastic for anyone that's celebrating.
I love it. All right, well, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
It's Central Florida. The weather changes every day. How should you dress the kids? Should you bring the umbrella?
And we know traffic changes constantly. How can we get you to work on time? Avoid a crash, make your mornings easier for you.
You grab the coffee. We'll take care of the weather and traffic.